Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
The JBT is giving away a bag for the holidays. We're having a raffle and giving away all the money collected. That's right, all the money collected. And we are in the final week. The drawing will be held this Saturday, December the 21st, right after the Alexander Usyk Tyson Fury heavyweight fight. Entries are just $5 each or 5 for $20. Send your entry via Cash App to $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. Put RF1 on the comment line and you are entered. And one person will win all of the money that has been collected. Another great contest brought to you by the JBT. Curtis Sewell, Treasurer.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy BBO Boxing, aka God's favorite, the aficionado of boxing himself, me, BBO. So to my brother D Free, the Puerto Rican Prince in the chat early. I got my man brother Dre in the house. What's going on, brother Dre? I don't think Drake doing something, but big show tonight. Waiting on my man Crush to come through. I got my man Sharif O'Nay coming through as well. So we got a fun thing coming. Hold on 1 second. We doing our thing over here. But hey, most important thing is we're gonna talk about some boxing today, and I think we got like a cool thing to talk about. A lot of these young fighters coming up, a lot of these a lot of guys retiring. But the main thing I want to talk about is what's going on with PBC. We've seen PBC this last year completely dropped the ball in so many areas when it comes to boxing. It's just been one of the worst years I've seen for PBC. I think we got 1 or 2 cards out of them, and usually, to be honest, PBC is the cards that most of us look forward to watching. So to see it to where the card's not interesting, no one wants to watch it. At least for me, it kind of puts that thing in your head of what's going on with PBC. And I would surmise that I think you might have, I believe they said Brother Al has some health issues. And I think that just kind of hurt the overall business in total. But at the end of the day, I'm hoping to see some good fights. We do got the David versus David card February 1st. We got Tank Davis going in there against Lamont Roach. So we got some good fights coming. I guess for me, you just get used to seeing them put on the best fights, and now you're not even getting nothing remotely close to that. So, in my humble opinion, it sucks. But that's boxing for you. I mean, boxing is one of them sports where it'll eat you up, spit you out, so to speak. So, I don't know. It's just one of them things, man. So I don't know what's going on with it, but that's boxing for you, man. It's one of them things where you can want something, and it don't always necessarily happen. So smash that like button, press that like button when you come in the building. Give me 1 second. Smash the like button. But yeah, I just think you really can't depend on PBC in any way when it comes to some of these fights because you're just not getting them. We as the fans have been saying this for a number of years. I just think now it's just kind of being just being known that hey, PBC has really just kind of stepped away a little bit. But I don't know what's going on with it. Salute to my man Marky Dan. What's up, Mark? How you feeling, man?
What's good, BVR? I'm blessed.
Oh
I just
man, we
got
just
back
talking.
from Grenada.
Say it again.
I said I just got back from Grenada. I'm back from a
Oh,
month
okay.
ago.
So you swam home. That's what's up, man. Salute to my man Marky Dan, aka the
There we
Black
go with the
Dolphin.
racism. Jesus Christ, man.
Salute to my brother swimming home. But you know, I'm gonna lead. I'm gonna let you lead the day, lead the floor on this. What do you think about PBC and us not seeing any fights with Al Heyman? What you think is going on?
What you mean not seeing fights with Al Heyman? We got the Morel Benavidez fight. When is that happening? That's in February.
February 1st. Yes.
Then Tank is in March.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if how long this model could really last.
Hmm.
I really don't know because they have how many shows did they have this year?
I think they
Like
had like
5?
maybe one. Only one I can remember is the Tank show. I don't
Nah, they
know.
had Tank. Then Benavidez fought. Canelo fought in one of their card. Canelo
Oh
fought
yeah,
in the
Canelo
Amazon
did
card,
fight.
right? So
Canelo
I
did
think
fight.
maybe like 3 or 4, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, you can't hold a company up on that because how else are you making money?
I have no idea. I
Because
guess I just
I think their deal with Amazon. I think it's on a show by show basis.
I believe so as well. I think they I think they are in the point of where they have to pay for the production of the show. Amazon probably pays for everything else. So I don't know. I don't know offhand. He said PBC has some big things coming. I'm sure they do. I'm just speaking off what we're seeing now, what we're seeing lately. But what's on your mind? What you got on your mind, Mark?
Well, I'm watching this football game right now, but outside of football, Tyson Fury versus Usyk, the
Hmm.
rematch. The first fight was an absolute classic. I think it's one of the greatest fights I've ever seen live. I wish I could have had my reaction when Fury was hurt recorded. I was losing
Hmm.
my mind. Like that's one of the greatest fights I've ever seen.
Hmm.
I think Fury's gonna come back and get him. I think he's gonna get him in the second fight. And I say that as somebody I hate Tyson Fury. I hate him to like the core of my being, but I gotta give him his props. I thought, in the first fight, from rounds 3 to about 7, I
Hmm.
thought he was or 3 to 8, I thought he was dominating. I thought he had Usyk at the perfect range. He was moving on the back foot. He was jabbing. He was
Hmm.
hitting Usyk to the body. He was hitting him with clean combinations, uppercuts upstairs. Oh my gosh! But then Usyk, and that's what just made it a great fight. Usyk in like that 8th, 9th round, he made a
Turned up.
decision. Yep, he made a decision that I am not gonna be deterred.
Hmm.
I'm gonna come forward through this punishment. I'm gonna use my footwork and get some angles to corner him. And boom, he hurt him with a left hook. And it
Yeah.
was Usyk's fight from that round onwards. So yeah, I think Tyson Fury this time he's gonna be a little bit more cautious. I think he's gonna watch the film and realize he was dominating from that range. And when Usyk gets close, he's gonna be more clean when it comes to tying him up. I think, and I think Fury is gonna try and knock him out early. I really think he's gonna go for an early knockout because Usyk in the late rounds, we've seen it.
He
He
fades. Yeah.
turns up. Yeah, he doesn't fade. Usyk
Hmm.
doesn't fade. He turns up on guys like Dubois and
Hmm.
Fury, those big heavyweights, and they fade.
Yeah.
But yeah, great fight. I got Fury winning this time. I got Fury winning the rematch. What you got?
So if Fury was to win, what would you rank him all time if he becomes two-time undisputed champion? No, no, this would be the first time he's undisputed. No, he'd be unified again. Never
No,
mind,
no,
I
no.
forgot.
He wouldn't be undisputed because Dubois got the IBF.
Oh yeah, I forgot he got the IBF belt. Well, I'm saying,
I
what would
would
you
have
put
to
him?
give Fury. Yeah, I'd have to give Fury a lot of credit. Um, I don't know. I think I'd have him top. I think it depends on his performance a lot. If he dominates, I think that puts him back in a place where we could say, okay, maybe the first fight was a fluke for Usyk. Maybe he just caught him with a good shot, and Fury was damaged. But if Fury dominates him and maybe knocks him out clean in the first 3 or 4 rounds, then I don't know. I'd put him back in my top 10 because I had him in my top 10.
What's your top 10?
Thinking about it, I got Ali number 1, Joe Louis number 2.
You got Ali over Joe Louis?
Yeah.
Wow.
Ali is 2-time undisputed. Ali is at the time was the youngest undisputed champion of his time. He beat Sonny Liston. He beat Joe Frazier. He beat George Foreman. Okay? I mean, what are we talking about? These are some of the biggest punches of all time. Now, credit to Joe. I got he's number 2. What are you talking? Anyway, Lennox Lewis number 3. Larry Holmes. I got Larry. Let me see. I got Larry Holmes number 4. I got Evander Holyfield number 5. George Foreman number 6.
I don't put Lewis up there anymore because I realized that he went back to the Olympics old. So I kind of hold that against him a little bit to me. I feel like Lennox Lewis, he's older than Mike Tyson, but he should have been around to fight Mike Tyson and Evander sooner than he did.
He was around.
But I thought he should have fought them sooner.
I mean, I don't know. Like those guys, to me, a lot of them, their management did not want Lennox Lewis. And you look at it with that Rock Newman situation and Bo. That's a clear situation. They did not want to give Lennox Lewis a fair deal. They tried to lowball the man. And boom, the fight didn't happen.
So in your opinion, what do you think about Dillian White coming off another win?
I don't care. Yeah, I don't care.
You don't want to see him in there with one of those new guys like a Parker or Triple D?
Okay, sure. I mean, I used to care about Dillian White, but no, I don't care. Whatever.
Shoot to my man, Pierre. Why you stop caring about Dillian White?
You're a drug cheat.
Yeah, I can see that. Bro,
he's a drug cheat. And he disappointed me so many goddamn times.
So who would you say is the next up-and-coming heavyweight that you watching and looking out for? I would say Richard Torres.
Richard Torres, yeah, exactly. Richard Torres. That's exactly what I was about to say. He's gonna surprise a lot of people. A lot of people think that he's just some type of brute who comes forward. Nah. Yeah, he's very fast. He has very fast hands and fast feet. He's very accurate. He's gonna put a lot of people to sleep, like Jared Anderson. I saw Jared Anderson getting put to sleep. I mean, 2 years ago.
You did?
Yeah. And I said it was a trajectory. You almost get put to sleep by Charles Martin. Then you look like trash. Then they put you in with some bum, some fucking truck driver from Russia. Then the next fight, it's some little cruiserweight. And the cruiserweight runs from him the whole time. Jared can't cut off the ring, do nothing. So it was a trajectory. You put him in there with a real dude like McCauley, of course he's gonna get beat to death, like you like to say. It was always gonna happen like that.
I think they had been trying to hide. They've been trying to hide Martin McCauley, man. I think they had been trying to hide him a while because he had kind of just been off the radar for a lot of people since he threw his shoulder off and lost that one time.
I mean, I don't know. How many fights is he? Doesn't he have like 16, 17, 18 fights? So, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, this is a good amount of fights to fight Jared Anderson, I think. You know, I remember last year he was looking for smoke with Dillian White on steps. And, this boy for Notre Dame is going to break for a 90-yard touchdown.
Hold on. Sorry, Marky Dan's an idiot. He don't realize we on live.
Oh, my bad. I'm also commentating, but my bad. But no, I saw Jared Anderson getting beat to death by Martin McCauley a while ago. Everybody was talking about, oh, Jared is this and that. I saw it coming. Then on the day, people wanted to switch. Nah. And
See what
that was
Mary?
violent. Did you see the way how his neck snapped when he got hit with that uppercut BVO?
Yeah, yeah. But Cody looked like George Foreman in there, man. He was really in there, like wearing him out, man. Pause.
Hey, yo.
I mean, that wasn't even a close fight. And we'll see how Jared Anderson comes back, but I think he'll never be the same. What about you?
I don't think so either. I think this is the last time we'll ever see Jared Anderson. Well, no, excuse me. I think we'll see him again because he needs money. He was crying. This is this is the only thing he got. So I think he'll probably get beat to death by Javalov. That'll probably be the next fight he gets beat to death.
Yeah, people don't like Javalov, but I think he can fight, man.
No,
I really want to see him fight.
Javalov is a perfect style. He's 6'7". He's Tyson Fury, but with power, with real power, with real one punch put you to sleep power. Like he got bricks in his hands.
Yeah, but his feet are terrible, man. That's gonna hurt him.
Yeah, but the thing about it, BVO, is as long as you can't get within his distance, like even if he's running from you and it's a boring fight, at some point he's gonna catch you. He's like a Klitschko in a certain sense, but whereas Klitschko was just jabbing you to death, and it was boring.
Klitschko was all jab, jab, right hand, jab, jab.
Yeah. Whereas Javala was more run, right hand.
So what you think about Klitschko coming back to the ring?
Klitschko coming back to the ring?
Yeah, Vitaly, not Vitaly. Vladimir's coming back, not Vitaly. You think about him coming back?
He fighting Roy Jones, Ukraine versus Russia.
What I heard, he's supposed to be fighting they want to give him the winner of Usyk Fury or something like that.
I don't want to see it. I mean,
you said you want to make a comeback, man.
He want to make some money. He's probably fucking bankrupt from. Excuse me. I apologize for cursing. He's probably bankrupt from this war.
He might be. I mean, we spent $75 billion. No, people don't realize that's enough to end. That's enough to end hunger in America and homelessness, man. So I don't know, man.
It's for the cause. Gotta stop Russia from their advancement and their aggression into Europe. In some people's opinion.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much you can do if people don't fight back.
But your man Trump, he's gonna come in and he's gonna stop it. He's gonna end the war, BBO. So we ain't even gotta worry about that.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll definitely see. Salute to my man D1 pulling up. I don't know. I'll just say this for me, the heavyweight division, it's been the best division the last year or so. I love what I've been seeing. Guys fighting each other. The whole you really can't beat that.
Yeah, you really can't. Got to see Fraser Clark get beat to death by Fabio Wardley. And we got to see Fabio Wardley beat David Adelaide to death after they had a big brawl and Fabio Wardley got knocked down and pieced up. It was a brawl they had at the press conference.
Yeah.
And Fabio Wardley got hit with a left hook by David Adelaide's man. It was crazy. But then Fabio Wardley came in and put hands on him. And
I hate when they try to fight the press conference. What's going on, Free? How you feeling, man?
I'm good. Watching my Notre Dame whoop on Indiana real quick.
Well, at the current moment, DeFrilio, yes, it is 7-0. That was a big run.
Yeah.
But
first
Indiana
carry, 98
is driving.
yards. First carry, 98 yards.
Indiana is driving.
They ain't doing nothing. But yeah, I heard that talking about PBC. I don't really care too much about Dillian White. That man had
you.
more chances than a little bit. That man just keep popping dirty. I can understand one time he popped dirty. Oh, nice run by Indiana.
Big run by Indiana.
I can understand one time popping dirty, but you pop dirty multiple times.
3 times.
You need to be kicked out of the sport.
Yeah, he
What
does.
they do to Big Baby? He was out for 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Two or three, something like that. Yeah,
It's wild that these guys cheat like that. They cheat like it's crazy.
Yeah, they cheat with no regard of what the consequences is. They just keep doing it.
And I don't mind cheating, but just not in combat sports.
Nigga, I mind cheating, period. You can never show you good at anything by cheating.
I'm talking about if they use steroids to play baseball. I like some.
I'm talking about period. I'm talking about period. You can never
What
show
about
you
the
good in
Astros?
anything about cheating. No, if you
They
cheat,
came back to win another championship after that whole drum.
You cheat in basketball. How good of a basketball player are you? You cheat in track. How fast are you? You cheat in football. How good of a football player are you? You cheat in baseball. How good of a batter are you?
But Lawrence Taylor, respectfully, used to be smoking crack.
Yeah, that's
before the
crack.
games.
That's not that's
Oh
him.
yes. Oh
that's
yes.
That's not him cheating to get better. That's making his body worse. No, crack
Okay,
never.
well,
Nobody never
in
thrives
my
off
opinion,
of crack.
that's your opinion.
No, what person you know did better when they was on crack?
John Jones was beating the
John
life
Jones
out of
was
Danny
never on
Cunha.
crack. He was never
He was
on
on
crack.
cocaine. Same thing.
Yeah, cocaine and crack is two different things, dog.
One has baking soda, one doesn't.
Yeah, one is an upper, the other one is not an upper.
He was in a frenzy during the game. He was so pissed off he couldn't get his crack during the game. So he was running through people, DeFrilio.
Yeah, I ain't say nothing about cocaine. I said what person have you seen done better being on crack?
I mean, I done seen people get do some miraculous things on crack.
What name one?
They had that basketball player, I can't think of his name, that played for the Celtics. When he was high on crack, he was balling.
No,
I said name
somebody that did better when they was on crack. Did better.
He did better. He was on crack.
No, he didn't.
I seen a crackhead do a backflip off a roof.
Yeah, I saw that same crackhead do a backflip off the roof and land on his neck.
He survived though.
Yeah, he landed on his neck.
That's miraculous.
That's not miraculous. That's stupidity.
He survived though. If he wasn't on the crack, he would have died.
Anyway, like I said, I've been around a lot of crackheads in my life. I've never seen a crackhead do better by being on crack. They always was a lot better, and since they've been on crack, their life was in shambles since they've been on crack. Never seen nobody do better by being on crack.
Bro, I see it's a video. They got it's the annual crackhead throwing competition where these people, they literally pick up crackheads and they throw them and they measure how far they threw them. It's absolute savagery.
I heard that the WADA is the one that tests everybody. And VADA and the USDA kind of get their results from WADA. That's what I heard. I don't know the sure.
WADA is the testing center. VADA is the people that collect the testing. VADA is the one that puts out the stipulation. No. You can't be on this. You can't be on that. WADA is the actual place that tested and say, okay, this is what he was on. It's like LabCorp. Your job said you can't be on this, but you go to LabCorp to take the test. LabCorp said, okay, this is what we found in his system, and they send it back to your job, and your job puts down the punishment if it was anything in your system that they say can't be in your system. It's the same thing.
I think that they're two different. Well, I'm about to look it up, but I think they're two different organizations. Free
No,
WADA.
I'm telling you straight from a person that's been tested. Nonito Donaire said VADA is the one that collects the testing. WADA is the one that actually does the testing. They actually test the samples that you submitted. VADA is the one that collects it, but WADA is the one that actually does the testing. They send it to WADA. WADA doesn't give any they don't hand out any punishment. You get the punishment or whatever it comes down, it comes from VADA. It doesn't come from WADA. WADA just tests and say, this is what we found in their system. VADA say, okay, well, we say he can't be on that. We said he can't be on that. We said he can't be on that. And this is all that was in his system.
These guys cheat a lot, man. It's crazy. Salute to my man, Real Prison Talk with Tommy. These guys, I tell you what, it's been more cheating I've seen lately in boxing than I ever seen in a long time. It's crazy, man.
Nah, not for me. I mean, you got to go back in the day. The only reason why people testing positive for certain stuff because back in the day there was no testing. The testing didn't come out until like the early '80s. Testing for the drug samples and stuff like that. It didn't come out to the early '80s. So, but there was a lot of people that was on stuff back in the day. It just you couldn't test them for it.
Oh, is that you with that background noise?
That's my grandson. That's my grandson.
Okay. I don't want YouTube acting stupid. But
yeah, he playing a video game.
But that being said, I'll say this, man. I just think in boxing, man. I think if my man, I think if I'm able to, I think if Tyson Fury is able to win, I think it'll really put him on another level because I think Tyson Fury is special when he got his head together. I mean,
I agree.
I think he's special when he got his head together, and
his head ain't never been together.
Say it again.
I said his head ain't never been together. That man is all in the head.
Oh, Tyson Fury is another crackhead, DeFrilio.
He's another crackhead.
He ain't never been right in the head. He's always been messed up in the head. He always had to cheat to get by. The biggest wins of his career, it was some type of scandal of him cheating.
I mean, but that's in people's opinion.
Yeah.
That was never some of them.
It's been proven. A lot of it's been proven.
Well, at least one of them. I know that drug test with the farmer. I know he was banned from the UK for some time for that.
Yeah, I just say this about Tyson Fury. I don't think he always get a fair shake, but there's no doubt that he has done a lot of like really stuff. I think a referee called him one of the dirtiest fighters he ever seen in his life, and the guy had over 30 years of experience. So when you got referees saying stuff like that, that's kind of.
He's talking about his techniques on the inside, though.
Yeah, I mean, but to say he's the dirtiest you ever seen in your life or your career, that's rough right there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say he's wrong because only he knows what he's seen. I'm not gonna say he's wrong, but hey, Tyson Fury is a dirty individual.
Yeah, that's something else, man. When you think about a guy saying you the dirtiest he's ever seen, that's another level right there. But I'll say this though, Tyson Fury looks focused, and I think if he can beat Usyk, man, this will say a lot for him as a fighter because I mean he's really a great fighter, man. I know people they say he put a coconut in his glove and he bit Deontay Wilder's ear and all this goofy stuff, but he won the fight, man, and no matter what, ain't no redos, man. And he actually gave him a third fight and really, really hurt him bad.
The one thing that I can say that we can honestly say about Tyson Fury is he's never been undisputed.
Oh, you want to say something negative about it?
Of course.
He didn't hold every belt
wrong.
though.
I mean, D-Free ain't wrong. Tyson Fury ain't never been undisputed.
No, but one thing I will say though, to me, I feel like when he beat my favorite fighter, Deontay Wilder, I kind of was like, you know what? I'm rooting for him because he honestly showed you that there is a bias in boxing because Deontay Wilder got vilified, treated like crap, and and Tyson Fury cheat. He get high, and he never gets punished.
Let me say
Nothing
this.
ever happens to him. He just
Let me
does
say this.
whatever he
I
wants.
absolutely hate Tyson Fury to the core of my soul. I really will say that he's one of my. I really do dislike him. Me and my whole family, when they made that statue of him standing over Deontay Wilder, I decided from that day I hated him. Not even before that. I just hate. He's a fat, drunken, crackhead slob. I don't like him.
You know, he
I'm
came in
picking him to
today at
win this
280.
rematch. I'm picking him to win this rematch, but I kind of want to see him get beat to death again, and even worse.
Oh, you probably going to
I don't
get
think
your
he's ever
wish.
been
You
beat to
probably
death.
going to get your wish. I think Tyson Fury is going to get beat up badly in
I
this
don't think
fight.
he's ever been beat to death.
I think he's going to get beat up
You
badly in
think
this
so?
fight. Yep.
I mean, last fight, his nose was broken. He was getting hurt to the body.
I mean, all he got to do is hit Usyk in the stomach and win. I mean, we seen it with
I
Anthony
mean, he
Joshua.
was hitting Usyk in the stomach last fight, and Usyk, I mean, just shook it off. Usyk is a superhuman. He's bioengineered in a Ukrainian lab to
Yeah,
go
he can
punch
fight.
Russians.
He said after the fight, he fought Steve Cunningham. Yeah, Steve Cunningham. I remember people bringing that fight up a lot because he dropped Tyson Fury. But when Tyson Fury got mad, he beat the life out of Cunningham. Salute to my man Steve Cunningham. I think he actually was on
Yeah,
one of
yeah,
the shows
yeah,
before.
yeah.
But
I
Tyson
mean,
Fury dogged him.
Tyson Fury is one of those fighters. I think he like him and Fabio Wardley. They need to really get hit to turn it on.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Get
I
that
mean,
punch in mouth.
I
Well, he
just
really
think
got hit against Usyk. He ain't turning it on. That man got on his bike. That man got beat from one corner to the next one.
and if that was anybody else, they would have
That
stopped that fight.
that man got hit by Usyk. That man was completely done. That man ain't had no legs or nothing. That man was looking like a oversized deer out that joint, just learning how to walk.
But DeFrilio, do you not give Tyson Fury credit for holding on and surviving?
I give him credit for not going to sleep because he was about to. He said, "Hold on, this NyQuil didn't kick in just yet. I can stay up a couple of more hours."
He said the NyQuil ain't kicking.
That's terrible.
I ain't gonna lie though, with the White Evander Holyfield, man, that's what I call Usyk. He can fight, man. And he does a great job. If you try to box him, he gonna beat you. Cause I mean, when Anthony Joshua tried to box him, he really beat the life out of Anthony Joshua. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, he beat the sleeves off of him. Only fight I really seen him struggle in was when he fought Weatherspoon. Shout out to the Weatherspoon family. And when he fought Derek Jasor. Them the only people I really seen give Usyk any kind of trouble. Everybody else has kind of just been easy work. But the two people you wouldn't think gave him trouble, excuse me, really did because Jasor did a good job of keeping him behind that jab. I don't know why people don't take that Derek Jasor approach and just hitting with the jab right to the solar plex and keep him on his back foot. Because Usyk don't like that back foot. He kind of want to come forward. So I don't know. The only thing that's crazy, I can't believe nobody's talking about this unification fight. It's like shout out to one of my favorite guys, man. His name is Counterpunch Boxing. He was talking about it, but you really don't hear nobody talking about it. But
That's because nobody cares about it. I told you that before. They didn't
Yeah,
care
I ain't
about the
really care about
undisputed
the
fight.
build up as much as I did the first time.
They didn't care about the undisputed fight like that.
I cared
It
about
was
the
it was
undisputed.
bigger because it was undisputed, but they were like, okay, we already seen Usyk beat him. Okay, it's not even undisputed
Why are
on the
you such
line.
a
So
goddamn hater?
no, I'm saying what people are saying. That's what people are saying. They say, okay, we saw it. Usyk beat him, and it's not even undisputed on the line. It's a unification. It's not even undisputed.
yeah. Um
I don't care for Tyson Fury. If I had to say I hate anybody in the sport of boxing, it would be Tyson Fury.
If you wanted to see somebody get beat to death, who would it be?
Tyson Fury. That's the only one. He's the only one that, I mean, because I already seen Dillian White and already got put to sleep multiple times. Every time he lost, he got put to sleep. So
he quit.
I mean, Tyson Fury is the only person I want to see get beat up, and he got beat up the last fight. So it is what it is. But technically, he got beat up the fight before that because I thought Francis Ngannou won that fight.
Oh yeah, I thought Ngannou won that fight too. He got put down in that fight. So Tyson Fury really might be old. He might be getting old.
Getting old. He is old. What, Tyson Fury like 37, 36? I think he's like 37
Tyson
years old.
Fury is only 34.
He's 34? I thought he was older than that.
No,
Yeah.
Tyson Fury is my age. I think he turned matter of fact, I take it back. He might be 35 because I think he's born in 89. I was born in 90, so he's 89. So he's 35.
He's 36.
Oh, he's 36?
That's what I thought. I thought he was like 36. I thought he was
born in
36.
88.
I don't know why I thought he was my age. Dang, so he 88. That makes sense. Okay. Either way that go, I'll tell you what, man. If he get I've never seen him this focused, and when he get focused, man, he really beat cats up bad. So I'm hoping to see him do something special.
He ain't beat up nobody bad.
Man, he beat the life out of Wilder, bro. What was you watching?
and there's an asterisk beside that. That's what I said. 100% Tyson Fury with nothing in his system, no asterisk. He ain't beat up nobody bad. Nobody.
Man, that drug case had nothing to do with Deontay Wilder.
I said
you're talking about all that.
I said there's an asterisk beside it. I ain't say that he was found with something in his system. I said it was an asterisk beside it.
Why you say that?
Because it was an asterisk beside it.
I didn't hear about no asterisk beside it. They just said Fury won.
I know because you're Deontay Wilder hater on the low. You say Deontay Wilder's your favorite fighter, but you're a Deontay Wilder hater on the low.
Free, did you see the way
that's the goofiest thing I've ever heard in my life?
Bounced off of Deontay, bounced off of Tyson Fury's fist. Did you see the way I saw Tyson Fury?
I saw Tyson Fury tell his corner man to pull his gloves up. I saw Tyson Fury actually go to sleep, and the ref gave him a long count. In both fights.
That's your opinion.
No, that's not my opinion. That's the actual fact.
It's
not
a 10-second. It's not a 10-second count. It's a 10 count.
No, if you count,
the referee's discretion.
There's 13 seconds that went by before the 10 count. There was 13 seconds that went by. If you count yourself,
it's not a 10-second count. It's a 10 count by the referee. It's his discretion.
It's a 10 count by what's the 10 count? It's 10 seconds, not just 10. You count one.
Okay.
All right, what y'all doing over
there? But it is the referee's discretion.
All right, 2. It's a 10-second count. That's what it is. A 10-second count. It's not just a regular 10 count because nobody get counted out if it was just a regular 10 count and you could count however long you want to count. It's a 10-second count.
I think boxing can be dirty because I seen Mike Tyson knock out Buster Douglas, who's from Columbus, and he was on the ground for 13 seconds and they didn't give it to him. So I mean
again, opinions.
Exactly.
It is what it is.
It ain't no opinion. It's a proven fact. All you gotta do is count your damn self. You can put a timer up from the time that he hit the canvas, and they say one.
Another thing,
from the time that the outside referee says one, you can start the timer at that time.
Well, another thing in both cases, they say Deontay Wilder and Buster Douglas were not in the neutral corner. Therefore, both times referees had the right to hold the count and instruct them to go to the neutral corner.
That's
then
where
pick
you're wrong.
back up the count.
That's where you're wrong, Marky Dan.
That's the rule.
Marky Dan.
Okay, let me look it up.
Marky Dan, that's not the rules. What it is If the person is not in the neutral corner, they don't stop the count. They go back. They go and tell him to get in the corner. There's somebody on the outside that's keeping up the count. They don't stop the count.
No,
the count doesn't stop.
That's not true, DeFrilio.
Yes, it is.
When the guy goes down, that's when the person outside picks up the count.
Mark it down. I know you watched a lot of boxing. You never seen when a person gets knocked down and the referee is putting the other guy in the neutral corner, and then he look outside the ring to see where he's at, and he start off from where his counting is at. You never seen that before?
Yes, I agree.
Okay,
that's at first. That's first. That's at first. When the referee does that the first time, and he picks up hold on, listen to me. I'm agreeing with you. That is true.
But they don't stop the count. That's where you're wrong at. They don't stop the count. They don't.
No, when the referee, listen to me. I that's not true. When the referee picks up the count from the outside person, they stop counting. And at that point, okay, after he gives that first warning and he's counting, he then looks back at Wilder, or in that case, Mike Tyson. They're not in the neutral corner. He has the right to stop counting.
No,
and
he does not. You do not.
Okay, well, I'm looking it
count.
up. That's okay. It's okay. All right.
Look it up. They don't stop the count.
Hold on, let him look it up, Free. Let him look it up. Free.
Yeah.
He's a boxing historian. Let him look it up.
I heard blood boxing talking about it.
I don't know what a boxing
historian that's very controversial.
Because he's wrong. They don't stop the count. They don't stop the count. There's a person on the outside that's keeping the count. If the referee got to go and talk to the other fighter, there's somebody on the outside keeping the count. That's why they have an outside ref to keep the count for when the ref is being distracted.
I don't know, because I say this: that count that Deontay Wilder got in that third fight was super slow when he knocked down Wilder. Fury. That was a super slow count.
He was in the neutral corner, and he kept
getting
warned.
Yeah, you're right. Because and that's why I thought it was at his discretion, because Deontay got holes then because they kept stopping the count. Because the dude picked the count up at 5, and it took him like forever to get to 8. It's like, come on.
Aunt McQueen said somewhere down the line, unofficially, it became up to the referee discretion. Somewhere down the line, unofficially. But like I said, the way it's supposed to be is there's an outside ref that holds the count when the referee is being distracted. And when the referee gets back to the fighter that's down, he picks up the count from where the referee is counting from outside of the ring. That's why they're outside ring ref. That's why he's out there for when the fight. They
don't follow that rule, Free. They don't follow that. Mr. Technical, they don't follow that. They don't follow that at all.
I know they don't follow the rule, but that's how it's supposed to go.
Yeah, they sure as hell don't follow that. I know they don't follow that rule because there's been so many guys that get them slow counts. Like what was that fight? Remember when Triple G had got that super slow standing 8 count? Like, come on, bro. Like,
hey. I know they don't follow, but that's literally how it's supposed to go. That's literally how it's supposed to go.
I'll tell you this though, man.
Outside referee.
Where's my man Sharif at, man? I'll tell you what though, I think my man Sharif O'Neill, I think when he get his shot at 168, I think a lot of dudes is gonna fall because I seen him. He sparred against Richardson Hitchens, a couple guys in New York, man. So I think definitely if he can get a chance at that 168, I think 168 is wide open. What do you guys think? With no David Morrell or no David Benavidez, I think 68 is wide open.
For who?
I just think 68 in general is wide open.
Oh yeah, it's wide open now because you got Morrell. Both the Davids are gone. You got Canelo probably going to retire sometime soon. I don't know if he's going to retire at the end of next year or not, but sometime soon he's going to retire. So yeah, it's going to be wide open because really there's nobody that's a big name. We just saw Jaime gets knocked out, so it's clearly wide open. You got who? Valena.
It's like you was waiting on that, Free. It's like you was waiting on him to get knocked out.
It is wide open. I mean, I've never been high on Jaime McGill. I always thought that his resume
I was waiting on him to get put to sleep.
I always thought his resume was padded. Now he's a decent fighter. I'm not saying he's a bad fighter, but I always thought his resume was padded because he never really. I mean, like I said, you can name one or two names prior to him fighting Canelo. One or two names that you can say, okay, those are decent guys. Everybody else, you're like, I ain't never seen him fight before. I ain't never seen him fight before. So I just thought his resume was padded. But I'm not saying he's a bad fighter. He's a decent fighter. We saw that in the Canelo fight. He pressed the action. Even though he got dropped, he still kept pressing the action. But it's wide open because there's nobody that's really that you could say outside of Canelo that say, okay, you got to go through this guy. There's nobody like that right now at 68. Right? I mean, prior to David leaving, it was one of the two Davids. You got to go through one of those two to say, okay, you the guy. But both of them moved up to 75, left Canelo down there to deal with everybody else.
I'll tell you this though, man. One thing about Canelo, he don't get enough credit, man. He been really reigning over 68, and the way I hadn't seen him do any other weight class. He really doing his thing, man. He really doing his thing.
I wouldn't say he's reigning over 68. He fought what? How many guys that you say really was the guy that you wanted to see Canelo fight at 68?
I mean, he beat a lot of the young guys. Berlinga, I wanted to see him fight Berlinga.
I didn't want to see him fight no Berlinga.
Berlinga's on the come up though. I like Berlinga.
He is on the come up, but I didn't want to see him fight Berlinga. I never said and not one time in all this year of last year since Berlinga's been at 68 did I say I want to see Berlinga fight Canelo. Not one time. I thought I wanted to see Canelo fight Caleb Plant. I wanted to see him fight Jamal Charlo. I wanted to see him fight Boo Boo Andrade, and I wanted to see him fight David Benavidez. Those are the main guys I wanted to see him fight. Not saying that his resume ain't good. He got a hell of a resume. But those are the guys that I wanted to see him fight. I didn't see him fight none of those guys. Now, he fought one of those guys, except it was Caleb Plant. But he didn't fight the guy that was literally deserving to have that fight outside of Caleb Plant, which was David Benavidez.
Yeah. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me shout this up. If you're looking for your new earphones, whether it's for gaming, leisure, working out, make sure you go to rayconglobal.com. That's rayconglobal.com. Shout out to Raycon. Also, too, they have what they call the Scooty bikes. They're electric scooters, electric bikes as well. So go to rayconglobal.com. That's rayconglobal.com. Make sure you go on there. Next week, we will have our own 15% off QR code. I believe it's going to be BBO45. I believe it's going to be BBO45. But definitely check out Raycon. If you got anything else on other than Raycon, you playing games, man. But definitely shout out to our sponsor of today's video and actually of the whole channel. Salute to Raycon. But I'll say this: the only thing I will say that's kind of disappointing with Canelo is I wish he would have just got Benavidez out the way, because now all these haters got something to say about him. But I think Canelo to me has been like Floyd. He didn't fought everybody that's tough, man. He really has. I mean, he didn't beat the young guys and Berlinga and Jaime. I mean, once he beats Benavidez, because the David versus David, they eliminate each other, which he's been asking for from the jump. That'd be perfect. I mean, I think he can go get Beterbiev and end his career as a 5-division champion. No, he's already 5-division, but I would love to see him go up to cruiserweight and fight Mac Booker, who's ever up there at cruiserweight, because I think Canelo's that great. I want to see him go up 2 more weight classes, see what he can do at cruiserweight. Because he had a fight with Mac Boo and everybody, poo-pooed it, but Mac Boo's a 200-pound guy. He tried to fight him. He got ducked by one of my favorite guys, Badu Jack, who was at cruiserweight. But that boy Canelo, man, has had a stellar career, and I'm just glad that I got a chance to witness it.
I don't know what you was watching.
What you mean?
He did not fight all the tough guys. I don't know what you was watching.
Austin Trout in his prime.
Austin Trout was not in his prime.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Austin Trout was the undefeated. He was undefeated.
How many fights did Austin Trout have after he fought Canelo?
I don't know. I'm not going to talk about after before.
Like 33, 34 when he fought Canelo.
And he got into that crap with the whole WBO. He ended up suing and getting a bunch of money. So, I mean, I don't know his business.
Trout, at best, Austin Trout was coming out of his prime. If you want to put prime in there any way, at best, Austin Trout was coming out of his prime.
With 2 belts free? With 2 belts?
No, just because you got 2 belts don't mean you're not coming out your prime. Mike Tyson had a belt and he was clearly out of his prime. We saw Evander Holyfield have a belt. He was clearly out of his prime. Doesn't mean that we saw Lennox Lewis retired with a belt and he was clearly out of his prime. Just because you got a belt doesn't mean that you're still in your prime. Just means you was able to hold on to your belt.
I love how you dog out Canelo, man. Because the only reason he even fought Austin Trout because that's what Floyd required.
Yeah, Floyd told him that if you want to fight me, fight Austin Trout. But that doesn't mean that Austin Trout was in his prime. He just told him, he said he knew Austin Trout was going to be a tough fight for Canelo, and he wanted to see what Canelo had. He saw what he needed to see, and he said, "Okay, yeah, Canelo can't do nothing with me. I'll fight this young dude.
Yeah,
I'll fight this young dude. He can't do nothing with me."
Yeah, he beat Canelo pretty easy. When I seen that lady give it a draw, that was probably the worst decision I had ever seen because Canelo, I mean, Floyd was old and small and really went in there and beat a giant. It was just crazy because Canelo had to be every bit of 180 the night of the fight. He was huge, man. He was huge the night of the fight.
Yeah, they got her up out of there after that fight. Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, like I said, Canelo has a resume full of names, but when you dig into the resume, you realize these guys was on their way out. These wasn't no guys that we knew as monsters in their prime. Sugar Shane
Well, he beat Miguel Cotto. He beat Miguel Cotto, who was the lineal champion at middleweight
Miguel
at the
Cotto
time.
was on his way out.
He was the lineal champion, free.
No, once again, because you're the world champion doesn't mean you're not on your way out.
Oh, and my man Ant said,
you gotta say it.
And Ant said Trout had a bunch of fights after Canelo. Trout was 27 at the time. So I don't know about somebody 27 being out their prime, but that could happen because I feel like Mike Tyson was out of his prime at 24. So that definitely can happen.
He said Austin Trout was 27 at the time that he fought Canelo.
Yeah, that was 2011, I believe. Yep. I thought I just seen Austin Trout fighting bare knuckle or something crazy like that. So
yeah, he was on bare knuckle fighting. He's on bare knuckle fighting.
He was Freebie talking crazy. He was undefeated too. Yeah, that's right. He was undefeated. I forgot about that.
He's on bare knuckle fighting.
Brother Crush.
Slow.
I don't know what happened.
He got like I said, he got a resume full of names.
You brought me up, BBO.
Oh, okay. I thought I was bringing you in, Crush.
He got a resume full of names, but I'm gonna say he ain't fight all the guys you want him to fight. He didn't fight all monsters.
Well, he fought Bivol. I mean, he beat Miguel Cotto.
Bivol too. He got beat
People
up.
lose fights, man.
A cherry pick. That was a cherry pick gone bad. That man had worms in his cherry.
I believe when you talk about Canelo, I think Canelo don't get enough credit for being really a sturdy fighter. No matter where you put him at, he didn't really fought some tough fights. I mean, I would say this really the only fight you really want to see him maybe fight was Booba Andrade at 54, but that's a stretch. Maybe fight because I think Booba Andrade's best weight class was 54. People don't believe me when I say that, but I think he was better at 54 than he was at 60. Because at 54, man, when he was that boy Booba Andrade, he was stopping stuff, bro. He was nice. He was a nice little fighter. But Canelo, I mean, he beat Miguel Cotto, who Floyd had trouble with. He beat the life out of Sugar Shane Mosley, who Floyd had trouble with. I mean, he really beat some tough guy. Beat Sergey Kovalev, who arguably beat Andre Ward that first fight. I mean, he beat some tough guys, man. You could say he beat them when they were older, but he still got their name on his belt. I mean, but yeah, Mike Garner, I'll tell you like this. At 54, Demetrius Andrade looked like he was the best out of all them guys. I don't think nobody could touch him at 54. When he was WBO champion, there was a reason why that dude, Billy Joe Saunders, was doing all that capping. He didn't want to fight him. They were scared of Andrade, man. I don't know if it's Andrade, whatever they call that fool, but he could fight. So let me ask you this, Crush, while I got the two guys who was going to be up here. What do you guys think about the greatness of Canelo?
Canelo's a good fighter, man. You know, I give him all the credit that he's due.
He's fought most of the guys that he should have fought. Um, I still think he should have fought Benavidez at some point.
Hmm.
I think he will be a Hall of Famer. He'll probably be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Um, but he is also a detriment to the weight division because he's tying up the belt. He's not fighting any mandatories. He's picking and choosing. But he's Canelo, so the sanctioning bodies allow him to do that because um, they know he's going to fight twice a year. They know he's going to throw a big pot of change into the coffers, and so they let him get away with it. Crush?
Yeah, Dirty Red, as I call him. Shout out to Dirty Red. As bro said, he's definitely gonna be a Hall of Fame ballot, first ballot. Yeah, but good fighter, good fighter. He don't need to do anything else. I mean, him still sticking around. Yeah, of course we want to see fight Benavidez, and that's only for me because he's still fighting, but because the resume that he has and what he did, what he faced, and things like that, he good. He can go back and retire, man, and then we could talk about him on a different level. Dirty Red, good career. Good career, Dirty Red. Yep.
I'll say this, man. I think it's funny how my man Big Dre always goes out of his way to say bad things about non-black fighters, but it is what it is. I put it like this: if your boy, I'm not
Yesterday,
gonna mention it.
I was going out of my way to say something bad about black fighters. Now today is non-black fighters. Make up your mind, BBO.
Here you go. But
Yesterday,
you
I was
know,
going out of my way to say stuff about say bad stuff about black fighters. I don't like black fighters. Today, I don't like non-black fighters. Well,
well,
ain't
I'll say
nobody
this,
left,
Dre.
BBO.
I'll say this, Dre. I'll say this. Now, you my older brother, and I love you. So I'm gonna just tell you like this: when it comes to Canelo, the man has pretty much had a flawless career. Because if he knock out Benavidez, I guarantee they're gonna say he need to go fight Beterbiev. So it's really a lose lose. I think his best win on his resume is Austin Trout. People don't believe me, but Austin Trout and those fights he had with Triple G, the first two, that second one was garbage. But those first two fights, I mean, how many people Big Dre could have survived those punches? They was punching the juice out of each other, man. I mean, they was punching
Oh,
those first two fights. Go
they,
ahead.
they were knocking the snot out of each other, man. It
I
was
mean, most people would have
that
went
was
to
a
bed on them
brawl.
fights.
Those fights were definitely um, instant classics. They were brawls, man. Um,
Yeah.
they got in there and something you don't see. Oh, excuse me. You don't see fighters above 160 pounds do. And that's swing for the fence.
I'm glad you said that he was knocking the juices out because that's how they found out about the daggone oxy. I mean
The clenbuterol.
the daggone the computer on. That's how they found the computer on. He got knocked out of his system. I'm glad you
I'll
said that.
put you go for what's funny, Free. You the only guy I know, and you my brother, and I love you. But you talk about the dude eating a
Oh,
bad hamburger. The man ate a bad Whopper in Mexico, and they said all of a sudden now he's
That
a
man,
drug
that
cheat.
man, that
But
man ain't
okay,
he
that
ate a
man ain't
half
eat
a
no
cow.
bad nothing. He
he
ain't
had
no
a
bad
bad
nothing.
Whopper.
That man worth $300 million. You think he going to a local taco stand to eat some regular meat? No, that man is having his food cooked.
That boy Free
That's
said
right.
a regular taco stand.
He went to Mexico specifically to get the clenbuterol cow, and they prepared it for him.
He had that joint. He had that cow raised just for him.
Hey,
Specifically.
you know so. You know, something funny I was reading about. I'm gonna share this with everybody. I was reading about, you know, how a lot of people like their steaks well done. I don't, but some people like their food well done. People didn't notice, but when we used to get scraps to get the food, to make sure the food was able for us to eat, we would cook it as thoroughly as we can. And I never realized that actually goes all the way back to when we were in bondage. So something small as people saying, "Hey, I want my fish fire hard," or "I like my wings hard," basically saying you want it well done. That's something that became a preference from us back when we were in bondage. And I just want to send a shout out. I got a great book, man. I'm reading this book about, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Medgar Evans. It's just talking about different little things that people in the South are dealing with. And I tell you what, we as a people, man, I really believe we really came from some really tough circumstances. And the cool thing about it is we were still able to do some great things, even with all the things above us. I know a lot of us didn't get the so-called result we wanted. But guess what? I believe that God is still on the throne. And if you put your faith in God, as Master P would say, I think all will be well. But that's all I got on that one. Go ahead, Jeff. My bad.
No, the methods of cooking from back in our day, or from back in that day, the stuff that we are now accustomed to, we're killing our food, because ain't nothing like a good steak that's really,
Yeah.
pink in the middle, and it's just nice and juicy. You bring me that hockey puck, man, I have a problem with it. But that's the way our ancestors ate, because by the time we got fed, when I say
Yeah.
we, I mean we as people, by the
Mhm.
time we got fed, there was only thing left was the scraps, and you had to cook it well, because it might be half spoiled by the time you got it.
For sure. But it's funny how you read stuff and you learn something small. I didn't realize that. That was something I didn't even know. That was just something I read in passing. That's crazy.
Why do you think
Some
we
you
eat chitlins,
reading.
man?
Say it again.
Why do you think we eat chitlins?
Oh man. I've never eaten chitlins, but I can imagine why.
All of the pigs that they got thrown out, they didn't want it. So we found a way to clean it and cook it. Um, why do you think things like um, uh, collards, kale are staples in our community? Um, those were the greens that they didn't eat. Now they are a delicacy.
Yeah.
Um,
It's wild because kale, man, I heard it's bad for your stomach. I heard it's like razor
um,
blades in your stomach. I don't know if that to be true, but that's what I heard.
that one
So
I don't know.
good.
I've been eating kale and collards, cooked kale and collards since I was,
Says who,
kid.
BBO? Who said that?
Say
Who
it
said
again.
that kale was bad? Who said that kale was bad for your stomach?
It's a book I'm reading called How to Eat to Live. I don't know if you ever heard of it. Uncle Elijah wrote this book. It's about 60 years ago. He was saying that kale is bad for your stomach. It's almost
Maybe if
like
you
to digest it. It's hard to digest. That's what he
maybe
was
if
saying.
you
It's
eating
hard
it
to
maybe
digest.
if you eating it raw, it might be hard to digest, but not if it's cooked.
Yeah, I read the book. I know about that book.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm actually trying to implement it. That's why I said that. I don't know. That's why I said I don't know offhand. He just said it's something that's hard to digest. So I don't know.
no, I ate kale before, and I don't have a problem with going to the bathroom.
Okay. Okay.
Okay? So they not gonna be right about everything, brother. That's all
That's a
I got
fact.
to say.
That's a
They
fact.
ain't
That's
gonna
a
be
fact.
they won't be right about everything, and all of them come from goddamn descendants of slaves and all that. I hate this type of talk, especially when people don't even have evidence of exactly where the hell they descended from. It's just crazy. But
Well,
nah,
Crush,
I don't believe nonsense.
my grandmother's grandmother was born into slavery. My father's grandmother was born into slavery. Um, and this is from their own mouth, passed through their generation, and heard with my own ears. So, um,
Yeah.
I'm not saying
that is,
you, but a
no,
lot
I'm
of
just
people
saying,
ain't got that blessing
I
like
know this
yourself.
to be, I know this to be factual. So,
Oh, that's good for you, but a lot of people don't have facts. You know what I mean? But good for you, you do have facts. But a lot of people don't have facts. I'm not talking about the people who have facts. I'm talking about the ones who don't, and that's the majority of people. They don't know, bro.
you,
Yeah.
They don't know. You can't speak for everybody else because what your family schooled you with. Because a lot of people don't know a damn thing. I'm just being honest. They don't know.
well,
But
you don't have to tell me, you know.
I'll tell you
yeah,
this
I'm
though,
telling you.
man. The one thing I will say, from the reason that inspired me to read this book is when you see the way that diet can control so much of your life, it can change you so much. I'll be honest, I just been doing it the last, month or so, and it's just I feel like a different person. Um, Staying away from sugary foods, staying away from, fried, even something like bread. I never thought about letting my food digest and giving myself time to let the food digest before I ate something else. So it's just a little things like that can help you keep your stomach. And if you look at, Uncle Elijah, man, you see the people that came from him. The one thing you notice, he can turn the dirtiest Negro in the world to clean cut, smooth, looking good, hair fixed, parted out. It's because of that diet, man. That diet is so important, man. So important. So important.
Sound like something I need to do, man.
It's a good book. I mean, the thing I'll say, Dre, that happens, man, and this is me
I only,
speaking for myself. You get into these cycles of being a food addict, and you don't even realize before you know it, you'll start to look like what you're doing. And if you pigging out, you're gonna kind of look like a pig. So it's just knowing better and doing better, man. One day at a time. Everybody can do it. And I plan on being 90 some years old. And if I eat this a certain way, Lord's will, I can do it. Because
you know, and
everybody not blessed to be small. Me and you as big guys.
oh, absolutely. I mean, I say I'm in shape. Round is a shape.
Yeah.
Listen, I can't
Yeah,
walk around the
you don't
damn
have to
block.
be small. You don't have to be small to be healthy. You don't have to be small to be healthy. You just gotta it just gotta practice the way you eat. You got it's all about having bad habits and good habits. If you got bad habits, it's gonna show. You got good habits, it's gonna show. It's just a matter of what habits are you willing to take on. So you can be a heavy dude and still be healthy. I know a lot of heavy dudes that's healthy. I know a lot of skinny dudes that's not healthy. So it's not about the size you are, whether you're healthy or not.
Well, I often said, you know, because it's been proven to me that I'll put my blood work numbers against anybody's. Um, and I don't care what size you are, how old you are, because I was in a um, a hospital setting, uh, and talking numbers with the nurse who was taking my blood pressure, who didn't believe that what she was reading, so she went and got somebody else to take it, and they came up with the same thing. You know, I asked, "Is there a problem?" She said, "Well, your blood pressure just came up, 127 over 79. It's better than mine." Okay, and the problem is, it's I swim 5 times a week. Um, my cholesterol is in check. Um, my heart is in good condition. Um, the rest of my body's falling apart like a 62 Ford pickup. But hey, uh, I'll put my blood work numbers up against most anybody's.
Yeah.
So
I'll put it
like I
like
said,
this,
I can't
man.
walk around. I can't walk around the block, but I can swim for an hour.
How did you learn how to swim, man?
I learned how to swim when I was probably 5 or 6. Yeah, I
Yeah,
was a little
swim.
Well,
kid, man. Hanging out,
I
hanging
actually,
out with.
it's funny. I didn't learn how to swim until I became an adult because when I was growing up, all brothers would do was fight at the pool. So I never got a chance to learn.
Man,
I
you
learned how to
Because
swim.
niggas was
I learned
throwing
how to
hands at
swim
the
on my.
pool.
I learned how to swim on my own. I literally just went to the pool and just started doing what I saw everybody else was doing. Next thing I know, I was moving. I was like, oh, and I just kept doing it. I went to the pool every day, kept doing it till I got better at it. I never went to swimming lessons or none of that. Never did none of that. I just learned on my own.
Yeah. But I tell you,
um, I
go ahead.
learned how to swim. Like I said, I was a little kid hanging out with some of the bigger kids. Um, at the pool. Um, that was too far to walk to from my house. Um, but we did it anyway. Always got beat when I got home. Um, but we went down there and the guy was teaching people how to swim. And there was a swim class at 11 o'clock. And if you was in the swim class, you got in at 11 o'clock. And if you wasn't in the swim class, you got in at 12:30. So I went in with the swim class at 11 o'clock. I learned how to swim. Um, you know, by the time I was in middle school or junior high school, it was junior high when I was going. Um, I'd go to the pool at 7:30 in the morning. I could swim for 40 minutes, get out the pool, get dressed and changed, and go across the street and go to school. You know, that was my day. Um, and yeah, I was a big guy back then. I mean, I was almost 185 pounds in junior high school. I was 195 pounds in high school. Um, came out the army at 220 some odd pounds. And now look at me. I'm massive, 457 pounds.
Yeah, you said your blood work is 120. You said 120 what?
127 over 79 was my blood pressure. Actually, on Tuesday, when I went to the doctor, my blood pressure was 131 over 77.
That's crazy. I remember I was hype about my blood pressure being 140 over 100. I got some work to do.
Hey, man, we all got some work to do. But, it was good for me to do it. And I really enjoyed seeing my blood pressure numbers when they talk to you about it. I went to the doctor twice, and my blood pressure numbers were up. And my doctor said something to me about my blood pressure being high
Yeah.
and wanted to put me on blood pressure medicine. I'm like, I don't think I want to do that.
Yeah.
When I tell you what, we won't do the blood pressure medicine now, but next time I come back, if my blood pressure is still high, we can talk about the medication.
Yeah.
I left that day. I started walking. I walked for. I was walking 3 miles a day for about a month. When my legs said, "This is not what you're supposed to be doing because you're too big to be walking this far at this pace." So it gave me shin splints. Doctor told me, I need to do something that was non-impact. He said I should go swimming. And one of my customers told me, hey, man, you should go to the pool with me in the morning. I'm in the pool at 6:30. 6:30 in the morning? Yeah, 6:30 in the morning. Okay. 2 days later, I was at the pool at 6:45. In the water by 7. Swam for half an hour. Realized I was tired, but now I can swim for an hour. I can put in, I can put in 1,000 yards in an hour.
Oh
I
wow.
can do a mile in an hour and a half. So
You know what's funny, man? It took me on Monday. I walked from. I had dropped a car off at the mechanic shop. It was like about 5 miles. It took me an hour and a half to get home. That wasn't great, but I was pretty happy with that. To have 5 miles, an hour and a half, I thought that was pretty good.
that's a good walk for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Of course, I never would have made it. So
You said I never would have made it.
I'm serious, BBO. Between my knees and my back, I can't walk around. I mean, I've got a bad back, so
Oh, okay.
I've got deteriorated disc at L4, L5, and C3 and C4. So, and then both of my knees are bone on bone.
Are you going to ever get them replaced, or you going to leave them how they are?
I want to get them replaced, but I got to get under 350 so I can get them for the doctor we didn't talk about. So he told me I need to be under 350 before he will even discuss it.
Yeah.
I was doing pretty good for a while. I got down to about 390. When it all went sideways. But I got to lose 30 pounds in the next 90 days before I go back to my primary doctor. Because my primary doctor will say, what happened? I'll tell her stress happened. I ate my way through a small bakery.
What I'll say is this, man. I'm working on some things myself, and you pray for me, I pray for you, man, because we can beat these things.
Absolutely.
And on that note, man, it's your boy BBL Boxing. It's the Puerto Rican Prince. It's your boy Big Drop Dre with his brand new avatar. It's my OG, Crush the Legend, aka Juicy J, and I am Wiz Khalifa. And on that one, we out of here, y'all. Peace.
Peace out.
Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know, shoot a